I'm Sue Schroeder, and I'm the Artistic Director and co-founder of Core Dance in the United States. I'm so grateful to be part of INSPIRE 2020 and offer the bit of words I have about how it is to be here in the States and in these times. I'd like to give you a little background on Core Dance. I'm a co-founder. I founded it in 1980 with my sister, Kathy, and I'm from Houston, Texas, so that's where we began. And we've been operating in Houston, Texas and Atlanta, Georgia since 1986. Both of these cities are in the southern part of the U.S., and they are not large places for dance, or at least at the time, and at the time particularly not for contemporary dance. So we were really breaking literally new ground to step into this field 40 years ago. Since that time, I personally have made 123 works, I do believe, many of them evening length, and the related body of our work are commissions of new works from artists, primarily international artists. So we have commissioned over 40 international and national artists in the work that the professional company of Core Dance is part of a creative process. Our work is collaborative, our work is thought-provoking, our work has a social issue or impact aspect to it. My background is connected deeply to an organization here in the U.S. that came out of the civil rights movement called Alternate Roots. And it's really a convening of artists who believe in art as a catalyst for social change. So with that, much of our programming is connected to social change and social justice. I feel really grateful and successful in that this is our 40th anniversary year. We've been creating new and original contemporary dance for 40 years. And that feels important to me, that feels important to the country I live in, to the states that we operate in, the homes we have around the world, really, with friends and family and supporters and audiences and artists of all types. And so 40 years is really what I'm proud of. And in tandem with that, when we look at the current situation and COVID-19 and how it's impacted us, I must say that 40 years of resilience really kicked in. We are still going. We redesigned ourselves to become virtual and continue to work. There's 6 professional artists working with the company here at Core Dance, and they work from their homes. We worked online. None of our projects were canceled. Several were postponed, and many became virtual. We reconstructed them as virtual. And what I would say about all of that is that really in these times what feeds me the most is knowing that we are artists and we can recreate ourselves daily. We can do it in a moment. We can do it in a situation, and that's what we have at hand. And it's really required the full amount of that to manage through these days. We live in a country that has not done their best work around taking care of its people during COVID-19, and we have all, and not just the arts community, but the whole United States community has suffered sorely because of it. There's been a lack of leadership, and there has been so many people that have lost work, lost lives, lost homes, lost family members, and we are still very much in the midst of I don't even know if it's the fallout yet, in the process of knowing how to live in these times. I'm speaking to you right now without a mask on, but before this recording and right after, I will be putting my mask on, because here in the States, and what I believe is that is really important and smart to do. We started back live in our studio work yesterday for the first time, and we are all masked. We are all socially distanced. We are creating a new work that is being commissioned by the University of Central Arkansas and Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art. And it is with their support that we're creating a model for socially distanced live performance with audiences, and how to do that safely and keep live performance as part of our landscape in the arts. And believe me, in these times of COVID-19, we have been called again and again, as we have climate issues. The Black Lives Matter movement erupted in large and expansive and amplified form. And of course, we have many, and almost every social issue has been tied in and brought into COVID-19. So with that, it was important for us to keep working, and working virtual is how we began middle of March. And yesterday, September 1st, was our first day back live together in the studio. What was asked of us in the spring, in March, when things were changing, was how to recreate our projects virtually. And I'll give you an example. A large project that we took on was intended to be live with CESTA. It's an organization for choreographic center in Prague, and we were to convene 6 Czech choreographers and the 6 dance artists of core dance to create in relationship to an exhibition in the National Gallery of Prague. What we ended up manifesting or changing from a 10-day live process was a 5-week virtual process. I mentored and counseled. I worked with the 12 choreographers to embody museum-based work in the style that I create, which is not as a response to the work, but to really embody the visual artist's intentionality behind the work. What we arrived at was a very rich exchange and deep friendships coming from both sides. And we then, in June, presented our process in a 2-city, Prague-Atlanta, live-streamed event. A little bit clunky, but we did it, and felt we had quite a great success in this exchange. And our hope is then to carry this project through the year and work live next May in the National Gallery of Prague, convening all the artists again and doing the work that will travel through the exhibition and give the audience a window into a process of how to look at visual art in museum-based settings in a very unique and different way through the human body. So if I'm to leave you with something, I would say my vote is that we continue to create, we continue making, we continue producing, as opposed to consuming. We continue to act. It's an important time. It's a revolutionary time, and it's a time that connects us all on the planet. My hope is that my travels can begin again, and we can see each other face to face. I have many friends, many of you across the globe, that I long to at least make eye contact, true eye contact, if I'm not able to hug and embrace you. So until then, make art, be kind to one another, and stay in the present moment. We have hope in the present moment to keep doing what we're doing. Let's let the future make itself by what we do today. Thanks so much.